Drunk at a company dinner, I accidentally called my boss hubby. My colleagues chuckled. Looks like she's absolutely desperate to land the boss. Adolph Scott, my boss, glared at me, his face cold. Can't even control your mouth? Why are you drinking? A brief, stunned silence hung in the air. Then, Archer Kingston, the notoriously hard-to-deal-with project CEO, let out a cold laugh from across the table. She was calling me. What are you getting so worked up about? I'd chased Adolph Scott from our college days straight into his company, taking on an assistant role just to be near him. Everyone knew I was head over heels for him. One day, as I went to deliver some documents, I overheard voices from inside his office teasing him. Aurora Jenkins, a girl from her family reducing herself to being your assistant? You actually let her? Adolph scoffed. She insisted on coming. What could I do? The others laughed. True, she's always been stuck to you. Hasn't changed in years. But Adolph, are you really not going to get serious with Rory? She literally dreams of being with you. Last time her family set her up on a blind date, you called us out for drinks late at night. I actually thought you cared about her then. The words had barely left his lips. Adolph suddenly got angry, his voice dropping, icy cold. She's just a nuisance. Why would I care? Outside the door, my hand, poised to knock, slowly dropped. I simply gripped the doorknob and pushed the door open. The people inside froze at my unexpected entrance, but only for a second. Soon they were all smiling again, acting like nothing happened. Rory, here to bring Adolph breakfast again? It was my daily breakfast delivery, without fail. Adolph didn't even lift his head, as if he'd anticipated my every move. He merely tilted his chin vaguely in my direction. Just put it on the table, but I shook my head. I placed the documents and my resignation letter on his desk. Not breakfast, my resignation. For your review, Mr. Scott. Everyone stared, stunned. They practically swarmed the desk, craning their necks to read the words on the letter, then asked in disbelief, "No way, Rory, are you serious?" Adolph finally frowned and looked up. He stared at me. What's this all about? I pushed the resignation letter closer to him. I'm quitting. I also sent an electronic copy to your email. Don't forget to check it. Adolph glanced at the letter on the table, asking impatiently, "Is this because I made you work late yesterday?" I shook my head. No, I just don't want to do this anymore. Adolph's face finally hardened, little by little. As I turned to leave, he called out to me, "Rory, if you leave now, there'll be no coming back to me." It sounded like a threat, yet also a warning. I didn't look back. Couldn't be happier. The atmosphere in the room instantly dropped to freezing point. As I pushed the door open and left, I heard cautious, probing voices behind me. "Adolph, she's just having a diva moment. Don't take it to heart. Yeah, you know how much she likes you, right? She'll probably regret it by this afternoon and come begging to return." Adolph stared fixedly at the closed door, letting out a cold scoff. Like I care. I threw away all the useless things from my office. In the end, I found I had nothing left to take. Looking at the empty cubicle, I almost wanted to laugh. My mind drifted back to the anonymous video I'd received last night while working late at the office. In a private room, Adolph had his arm around a stunning beauty, listening indifferently to the chatter around him. Rory is still dutifully doing grunt work at Adolph's company, huh? You've got to admit, Adolph's got skills. That heiress hasn't shown up to any of our parties in ages. It was true. Chasing Adolph for years, a privileged heiress like me, I'd practically become his indentured servant. All he had to do was ask, and I'd willingly work late, attend his business dinners until I was exhausted and sick. In the end, all I got was a jest from his friends. Looking at it this way, Rory really is like Adolph's most obedient dog. He stood by, swirling his drink, not denying it. He even scoffed. "What are you talking about? She's just a dog by my side, not the most obedient one." The room erupted in laughter. In that moment, it felt like a bucket of ice